let's talk about farming. So when you think about farming, you're thinking about a geographic area. Now, this is very interesting, Tony, because this is something that most agents just don't do. It baffles me. We teach you to have a farm, but you just don't go, oh, but that takes too long. Well, you said that 3 years ago. Well, right now you'd have you know like Jim Rohn. Let's talk about Jim Rohn. When's the best? He likes this old Chinese proverb, and he says, uh, or the Chinese proverb is, when's the best time to plant a tree? You know that one, right, Tony?
20 years
20
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the second best time? Today, right? And then Jim Rohn takes it further. He says, you're not a tree. If you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree, right? So,
Right.
so the reality is, you want to farm. You have to farm. You have to cultivate a farm, and that's consistency. You have to continue to do it. Now, what is a farm? It's basically a geographical area that you have decided to take over as the mayor of that area. Okay, so just think about this for a minute. What would it look like if you were running for mayor of your geographic area? Maybe it's the Woodlands, maybe it's Round Rock, maybe it's some area in San Antonio, maybe it's in South Texas. What would it look like if you're actually running for mayor, not of the city, not of the city, but of the neighborhood? Okay. Now Tito's Vodka did it, and this is what Lindsay taught me last week. She said this. She said, Tito's did it where they said, hey, if I can own my backyard, then I can own my block. If I can own my block, I can own my neighborhood. If I can own my neighborhood, I can own my city. If I can own my city, I can own the state. If I can own the state, I can own the country, and then the world's my oyster. And they actually did it. I moved to Puerto Rico after 33 years in Austin. Now I'm in Austin right now because we come back quite often. But and by the way, it's kind of cold here, Tony. I don't know what's up, man. I'm getting that island life is
A
agreeing
little
with me.
chilly. Yep.
I have a thermal on right now. This is crazy. So I'm like, where's Puerto Rico? Going back home next month. I mean, next week actually, which will be next month. Anyway, the point is that you have to, you have the blessing in this industry of being able to have a farm. Go ahead and do it. Start it. So it's going to be 500 to 1,000 homes. Okay, an area. You're going to now that area should have, because of the market shifting, these numbers might be skewed, but it should be nearby. It should be near kind of where you live. It should have about a 7% turnover. Okay, so if you have an area of 1,000 homes, at least you should see about 70 home sales a year in that area. Okay. Now if it's a luxury area, I'm okay with it having a lower turnover. Okay. But if you have about a 7% turnover, sales turn, that's good. How do you know? Well, you can either go to a title company and say, hey, here's the area I'm thinking about, and they can do some of this stuff for you. Or you can just go on MLS, look at all the homes that have sold in that subdivision or a couple of subdivisions that you choose. And then, so look at all the ones that have sold and then add up all the homes that are there. Go to tax record, find out all the homes that are there. And then you just do the math. Okay. This subdivision has 1,500 houses and it sold 100, is it within the 7%? So that's what you want to look for. Nearby, 7% turn. It should be 500 to 1,000 homes or more. Now my first farm, remember, I'm thinking big. My first farm, Tony, was 5,000 homes. Okay. And so I was running for mayor. Now, what does that mean? You're going to all the restaurants. You're going to the fast food places. You're going to all those ER clinics, 24-hour clinics. You're getting to know all those places. You're putting out flyers. You're putting out postcards. You're putting out your business cards. You're interviewing those people for your YouTube channel. Okay. You have a YouTube channel for that area. You have anything you could think of that would look like running for mayor. That's what it should look like. That's what your campaign looks like. Okay. Now, farming doesn't have to cost you a dime. I never spent any money on farming. So here's how I did it. So I used Every Door Direct Mail, EDDM. U.S. Post Office offers it. It's about 20 cents per house to mail to that particular area that you pick.